Roll the corn. We know the truth now. Peace to my beautiful people from this beautiful land. I love you, and I'm in love with you. Hit the like button. Hit the share button. Put where you're from, and put the corn in the chat. Put where you're from and put the corn in the chat. Put where you're from and put the corn in the chat. Put where you're from and put the corn in the chat. Roll the corn. St. Louis, what up? Roll the corn. Love you, and I'm in love with you. Hit the like button, hit the share button, put where you're from, put the corn in the chat. I've been gone a couple of days, but I'm back. I'm back. Roll the corn. It's just something light tonight. Just something light tonight. Roll the corn. Hit the like button, hit the share button. Roll the corn. OG Bobby Johnson, what up? Need you, what up? NDG need you, what up? A real grower. Dashiya, 6, roll the corn. Daryl Harden in the building, roll the corn. Follow Daryl Harden. Kokomo, Indiana. Detroit. Roll the corn. Love y'all and I'm in love with you. Love you and I'm in love with you. Roll the corn. They messing up my live, but let's get back to it. Okay. I know I've been taking a couple of days off. Had to get a whole lot of stuff straight. But I'm finna go crazy this week. Like, I still been studying, working out and studying. I'm working out and studying. Roll the corn. I'm getting bigger and bigger. Now, I want to show y'all something that I'm looking at that's very interesting. Appreciate it, Daryl Harden. This is Nippur, the grain god of Egypt. Yeah? See the corn? We know the truth now. Let's keep going. Now, I want to show y'all something that they lying about. I'm going to show y'all what they lying about. And the reason I know they lying, and I'm going to get into some more stuff, because I saw this with my own eyes. I went to this place, saw these artifacts with my own eyes, and I'm going to show y'all something that's very, very interesting. L-I-N-Y, roll the corn. Hoodie's on the way. I'm going to show y'all something. Now, they talking about Egyptian pharaoh, Merenptah, right? They're talking about they took the tomb of Merenptah, right, to the University of Pennsylvania, which is the Penn Museum. So they took the tomb of the Penn Museum, of Merenptah, and put it in the Penn Museum. Massive pillars, a sphinx. Now, what's interesting about this is the pillars represent the pharaohs threatening the Israelites held captive by him. So they have the whole setup of when Pharaoh Merenptah had the Israelites the setup in the old world, they got it in the Penn Museum. You see it, University of Pennsylvania, Penn Museum, right? Now check this out. The burial site of ancient Egyptian city of Memphis, where it was excavated by Egyptologists of the university. This material will be constructed in its original form in a new wing of the Penn Museum, right? Magnificent palace, which was built with sun-dried brick with columns and door frames of limestone. The palace contained a great open court, right? 50 feet by 175 feet long, surrounded by a colonnade of 34 columns, state apartment where each end of the column. So these people took the place where dude held the Israelites and put the whole thing in the Penn Museum. And I'm going to break something down to y'all about this, right? I just going to give y'all the backstory of what I'm talking about. Now, this it right here. Penn Museum, Sphinx. Sphinx now. This is the same room setup where the so-called Hebrews were released by Pharaoh Menhotep, right? Menhotep. This is the same room now. You know what they talking about like I just showed you. Held captive. They put it in the University of Penn Museum. Here we go right here. They go to columns. They go to Sphinx. This is the whole room. They put it in the museum. Let's keep going. Now, Penn Museum has all these artifacts, so-called from Egypt, right? Right over here in the Penn Museum. They never left here. They say they come from Egypt, but this shit come from here. I'm finna show you. Now, we know the truth now. Went and saw this himself. I would have saw this myself, right? They got the whole face knocked off it. This thing weighs tons, people. So let me give y'all the story on this. Me and Earth Speaks went to the Penn Museum, and I discussed with him while we was there that something ain't right about this. This comes from Egypt. This comes from Memphis, Tennessee. Something ain't right about this. They talk about the Memphis, Egypt, but I think this comes from Memphis, Tennessee, people. Roll the coin. Let's keep going. Now, this is when me and Earth Speaks went to the Penn Museum, and I saw the Sphinx, but the whole room wasn't there. Let's keep going. Now, reconstruction of the throne room as it would have appeared in Menhotep's day in Memphis. They say Memphis, Egypt, right? Here you go right here. Here we go. Here go the Sphinx. There go me at the Penn Museum. We got all these artifacts. The whole setup is in America. Said they come from Egypt, but they lying. Here you go right here. Look. Look. Whole setup. Now, what people don't understand about Egypt is they taught you that these artifacts got hieroglyphics on them. They don't teach you where hieroglyphics come from. I'm going to show you today. Because see, you have to create a language to break this up from America, right? You have to act like it's a whole nother language that comes from Africa to dumb the people down. But I'm going to show y'all ancient artifacts with Paleo-Hebrew on it look just like Egyptians. Showing y'all where the language come from. Let's keep going. Now on the side of this Sphinx, on this Sphinx, we got old hieroglyphics, which come from Paleo-Hebrew. I'm going to show y'all that this stuff on these artifacts is not hieroglyphics. This is a new form of Paleo-Hebrew formed over time. Let's keep going. 1926, Lower Egypt Gallery, University Museum, Marion Putah's Coronation Chapel, Penn Museum. Why has that Sphinx sat in America for over 100 years, people? It'll be 100 years next year. Why do we have Egypt artifacts in America that never left here over 100 years? They got this shit from Memphis, Tennessee. This don't come from no Memphis, Egypt. These artifacts come from Memphis, Tennessee. And the reason I'm going to show y'all that hieroglyphics came from Paleo-Hebrew is to show that this is really our language that evolved to hieroglyphics, and this shit was on this land. It was always on this land. Let's keep going. That shit come from here. Y'all ain't had that shit for no 100 years, bro. Why you ain't never sent it back to Egypt? Because it's our artifacts. Now, let me tell y'all the background about the Penn Museum. The Penn Museum has mummies, people. I got pictures of them, videos. Old first dynastic Egypt mummies with the lines that go straight down. Right? These are old pharaohs, the old kings. Straight down. They got like 20 of them in the Penn Museum. Where y'all get this stuff from, bro? Why do you have the whole room of the pharaoh, the Sphinx, and all these mummies and all these Egyptian artifacts in the Penn Museum, and y'all never took them back home? Because y'all got them from this land. The Penn Museum owned them artifacts. They acting like they got it from Egypt, but them artifacts came from here, out of mounds. Let's keep going. Roll the coin. Now let me show y'all something. Now, Duke Deuce, my partner, the rapper, Duke Deuce, my boy, the rapper, right? He called me, right? He said, we know the truth now. The language of Paleo-Hebrew comes from the stars, right? And I said, yes. But I don't never get into that because a lot of people don't ask me these type of questions, right? But I'm going to get into that today. Then I'm going to show y'all how the language comes from the stars in agriculture into the first ancient language of our people. Let me show y'all something. Then I'm going to get back into that Sphinx I just showed y'all. Because y'all think the Sphinx is Egyptian. It ain't. It ain't. Roll the coin. It's not. Now, the three mothers, Aleph, Mem, and Shin, fire, water, and air, are shown in the year. These are Paleo-Hebrew terms. Aleph, Mem, Shin, fire, water, air are shown in the year. From the fire was made heat. From the water was made cold. And from the air was produced the temperature state, again, a mediator between them, right? Aleph, to rain in the air, right? He called the letter Mem, the rain in the water. He called Shin, the rain in fire. Now, let's keep going. Let me show y'all something. Now, Taurus, people. Taurus is Aleph, right? You do it like this, you get the horns. Taurus, that's the first Paleo-Hebrew. That's the first Paleo-Hebrew. The circle with the horns. Why is that first? Why is it first? Put it in the chat. Put it in the chat. Why is the circle and the horns first, which created the letter Aleph of the Paleo-Hebrew? Why is it first? It got something to do with Taurus, people. Got something to do with Taurus. Put it in the chat. Put it in the chat. Why is Taurus first? And we know it's the ox and the plow, but what time of year is it? It's the spring. There you go, resilient. That's the answer right there. Resilient chosen one. The spring is the start of the alphabet, right? Now, in yellow, you got the other Hebrew like a 6, but really, when you put it all together, it's a circle with these 2 horns, Taurus horns, Aleph. The spring, the plow, and the ox starts the alphabet. The plow and the ox matching the spring in the sky is the letter Aleph. You get it? Roll the coin. This is what starts everything. The plow and the ox, and it's springtime, that's when we start the knowledge. That's when the knowledge starts. So you must understand it. It's coming right out the sky. See it? Some people use the 6 because they just use this. Pleiades. You see it? Pleiades into the center of the universe is the 6. You see it? Now, in older times, they use the whole thing going into Taurus, which makes this. See it like this? Right there. Let's keep going. This your language. This who agriculture people created this. Let's go to the 9. Same thing, right? Boom, 9, right there. Roll the coin. Vav, V-A-V. V-A-V, Paleo-Hebrew. Let's keep going. Right? Then you get Zayin, means weapon. Gemini twins hold weapons. One of them spear-like the line of stars that shoulders and the others to the waist. This is Zayin, Hebrew. This is where the knowledge starts. It don't start in Egypt with hieroglyphics. It starts with this. Let's keep going. Roll the coin. Shin. Right? Shin is right here with the F. Then you get Teth. Hebrew comes from the root word tava, which means to twist, curl up, turn around. Right? That's where you get this from. Teth. And Shin on this side. All in stars. Let's keep going. Roll the coin. Whoa. Yod. Yod in Hebrew means hand. Yod in Hebrew means hand. Hard work. Refers to the hands of Virgo, the virgin, which holds plants represented by the stars of Spica and Matrix. This is where you get the word matrix from. Matrix. The stars connecting the two represent the veil over the virgin's arms and head. That's why the Virgin Mary wears a veil. It all comes from the stars, people. Now, Yod or Yad, the hand, right? Let me show y'all something. It stands for the hand or hard work during the Virgo month. You working during the Virgo month, which holds plants. You are working your field during the Virgo month. The Virgin Mary is Virgin is Virgo, right? So Yod. Roll the coin. Yod is Yad. Don't forget that. Y-O-D is Y-A-D in Paleo Hebrew. It's the same thing. That is what's on the face of the mound builder found in America. Yad. Right? Let me show it to you. That is what's on the face of the mound builder in America. A form of Yad. This is Paleo Hebrew. Let me show it to you. Right here. That Z right there. Yad. Roll the coin. This is way older than Egypt. Don't forget that. This shit is found in a mound thousands of years older than Egypt. Don't never let them people tell you that ain't what that is, right? Hold on, let me show y'all something. Yeah. What is y'all doing to the laptop? Hold on. Let me show y'all something. Now, there go the Z. See it? Mound builders. Let's go back to the stars. Let's go back to the stars. Yod or Yad, right? See it? The hand. Now let me show y'all Yad in Hebrew. Watch this. Yad. Hand. See that Z? See that goddamn Z? Originally the pictograph of the arm and the hand. See that Z right there for Yud, Yad, Yod, Paleo? Now, this is an American Tamari language. They can stop acting like this shit come from over there. You see that Z? Let's go back. Show you the mound builder artifact one more time so you won't think I'm just blowing no smoke. Roll the coin. Because we going to learn this shit. There you go right there. There you go right there on the chin. You see it? That's Zad, Zod, the hand, hard work during the Virgo month. Now, truth now. Where you see that at in Egypt, Truth? Truth, you making shit up. Truth, you don't see that in Egypt. You a motherfucking lie. Watch this. Arm and hand, hieroglyphic. Watch this. What would it stand for? What would it mean now? Meaning. Arm and hand hieroglyphic in Egypt. What it stand for? Roll the coin. Represents, watch this, meaning work. Watch this. Arm and hand. Represents sound, hologram, arm and forearm. Watch this. They trying to switch this shit up. They trying to switch it up. Hold on. Hold on. Arm and hand hieroglyphic is the same thing as Yad. Watch this. Yad. Let's go look at it this way. Power, action, presence. Let's go look at a picture of it. Let's go find a picture of Yad or Yod with the hand. I believe my computer fucking tapped. This motherfucker tap. They be changing stuff every day on here. There it is right there. There it is. See that? This is the arm. This is represented by the hand. Hard work. Right? This became Hebrew. Right? Look, Yod. You see it? Yod, arm and hand. Let's blow that up. Roll the coin. Watch this. Yod. Let's go find the one with the arm and hand and the meaning. Right there. You see it? Yod. Right there. Arm, closed hand. See that? Became some type of Hebrew that these Ashkenazi Jews using. They come from our people. Now let me show you the arm and the hand in Egypt. Right? This became the Egyptian language. You see that man with hay and this same shit in Egypt. Let's go look. Arm and hand, Egypt. Hieroglyph. Hold on. Same thing. There you go right there. All on the walls in Egypt. You see it? Right there. Now let's go here. Let's just give you an overview of what we talking about. Right here. Now I can't blow this up, but you see the arm in the hand right there? Look at the arm in the hand. Same thing as yard. Same thing. Exact same thing. There you go right there. All over the artifact. Look. Yard. Yad. Work. Right? Same thing. The reason I'm showing y'all this is I want y'all to understand that that hieroglyphics came from our ancient language. It's the same thing. Bet, that's bet in Egypt, right there. Same thing as Paleo-Hebrew. Bet means house, people. The feathers stand for truth of Ma'at. Roll the coin. Same stuff. You see the hand? Right? With the plant. Same stuff. See if it's in here. Roll the coin. See hand? Now let me show y'all what I'm trying to show you. I just want to show y'all all these same letters are connecting. When I go into the paleo and then I go into the Egypt, it's the same meaning. Let's keep going. Now we got yard. Let's keep going. Let's go here. Lambed. An example of the letter lamb copied, like lambed. The root meaning of the letter name in Hebrew. Discipline, trained by use of a rod. Zodiac of the rod, or the balance between the two main stars, Alpha and Beta. The balance being the symbol of judgment, and hence also learning lambed. Let's keep going. Coming right out the sky. Noon. Fish, sea creator. In Hebrew. See that? Now, noon is still used in Egypt today. Noon is still used in Egypt. The letter noon. See that? That's fire. Fish, sea creator, meaning the word being to be fragile, ailing to tremble. Alphabetic sign show the zodiac sign is a sea creature. Water scorpion. The star on Taurus, the heart of the scorpion, also functions at the end of the foot of the serpent wrestler. Now, you see noon has something to do with fish or sea creature, right? Now in Egypt, noon has something to do with water also, people. Creation story. Now, noon in Egypt is a primordial, chaotic, cosmic ocean. Dark waters existing before creation, right? World of gods emerged from noon, often depicted as a vast, formless entity or sometimes as a frog-headed gods holding the sun, representing the source of life, chaos, rebirth. Now, noon is a Hebrew word, but noon is a god in Egypt of creation, right? Let's keep going. It's the same stuff. Let's keep going. The archer. Sagittarius. Semek. Like I taught y'all about Semek, the pillars of Semek. Let's keep going. A yin. The eye. A yin means eye of formation, water source, spring in Hebrew. Yes. A yen is what the ancient American mound builder was using, people. A yen. The circle with the dot is a yen, the I. The circle with the dot is a yen with the I. Right? It's on Mississippian artifacts. It's on Mississippian artifacts. It's on Taino and Arawak artifacts. It's on Ohio mound builders artifacts. It's on Egypt's artifacts. It's on Sumerian artifacts. A yen. It's going to look like this, or it's going to have a circle with the eye. Now, let me show you. A couple of different ones. Let me show you. Now, roll the coin. This is your ancient people's language. Right here. Watch this. It started off with the circle with the I, people. Then you get the circle. Then you get the Y. Then you get the biblical yen, a yen. You see it? Early Hebrew, middle, late, modern. See the Y? You find this in America, people. See, this is the type of knowledge these niggas don't know nothing about. This what you find the first a yen is in America, and I'm going to show it to you. Roll the coin. We know the truth now. There go a yen on the back of the statue of Easter Island. You see the circle with the dot? Right there. A yen. Let's keep going. This is Easter Island now. The early Hebrew has the circle with the dot. He is the first creator of the knowledge. He is the first creator of the knowledge. Don't you ever forget that. It ain't no damn Egypt. It ain't no damn Samaria, because they got the later version. See, through languages, you can prove who is the oldest. There go a yen on the Celtic mound builder artifacts. See that? Right there. Let's keep going. But them ain't the people, these people are traveling, right? They traveling. Roll the coin. Chaco Canyon. A yen, circle dot with the sun. On the artifacts. Hebrews. Stop playing. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Roll the coin. Roll the coin. Hold on. I think it's on December the 9th. Let me see. Let me find the rest of the artifacts, because I want to show y'all the earliest languages in Timeri. Here go the Mississippian. There go a yen right there. Circle dot. Circle dot. See it? Right there in the middle of his chest. Let's go to South America. There go a yen right there. Circle dot. Arawak. Taino. Circle dot. Truth now. That same shit ain't in Egypt. Is it in Egypt too? Roll the corn. Circle, dot, Egypt. Representing Ra. Now I'm going over their head. Now I'm going over their head. That's over their head. I ain't gonna go no far. Now, somebody said something in the chat. Let me see what they said. Somebody said something. Yes, Paleo-Hebrew is way older. The original Kemet created it. The original Kemet is in the southeast of America. That's what you got to put together. The second Kemet is over there. Early Hebrew is no Hebrew, it's Phoenician. No, it's not. Everybody has ancestors. What's your name? The Nemesis. Where you think the Phoenician come from? Where the fuck you think the Phoenician come from? Phoenicians have mound builder ancestors. The ill Nemesis. Phoenicians are the first people to write their language. They are descendants of the mound builder, just like the American Indian is. The melanated one. Do you think Phoenicians just pop out building whole fucking castles from nowhere, bro? Do you think these people just pop out and build Athens and Tyre and just build out? No. They are already schooled thousands of years by the time we hit the water, bro. When them people hit the water and came from over here to over there, they was already schooled. For the knowledge had been passed down for thousands of years. You think the Phoenicians wasn't schooled? Them people were master builders, bro. It just popped out like that, huh? With a language. Nah, bro. They ancestors from over here. That's why they writing this. That's why the Phoenician is writing this on all their artifacts. This ain't no fucking Delta. That's Dalit. There ain't no Delta, that's Dalit. I'm gonna show you where that come from. Roll the corn. Roll the corn. Noon. Okay, where we was at? Where we at? Ayin. Shin. Interesting. Now, as you grow in astrology, the letters get bigger and bigger. Now it just ain't a little piece of the stars. It's the whole constellation. Now Aleph looking like this. In Hebrew, once it got over there on this side of the world, they are using the Big Dipper, the pole star, to the Little Dipper. That is Aleph. As it grows in language. Do you see what I'm talking about? It starts with a small star, then it goes from a small star of a little piece of it to the big constellation, then you get the whole letter out of the sky. That's where you get the plow from. Taurus. Let's keep going. Ezekiel, Hercules, the mighty right hand. Ezekiel, the prophet Ezekiel. Now let me show y'all something. Using a sword to kill the serpent. See, these niggas on the internet want to be prophets. I'm the Jaguar prophet. Jaguar prophet, I'm the prophet. I'm a sage. The original prophets come from the stars, nigga. You ain't teaching that? You want everybody to think the original prophets were humans, huh? The first thing to predict something is the stars. Therefore, they are the first prophets. Let me break this down, because they don't understand. It's over these niggas' head. It's over these white folks' head. It's over these fake teachers' head. They don't understand. Let's keep going. Ezekiel, mighty right hand, right? God's powerful action through the prophet Ezekiel, who serves God's mouthpiece, warning Israel. The stars warn Israel, bringing divine judgment with a mighty hand and outstretched arm. The mighty hand, outstretched arm of Ezekiel, Hercules in the sky. The sky tells you what's going to happen down here. This the only thing don't lie in history. When it's seen in the sky, it's 100% accurate. This is the truth our people talking about. You can't lie about the stars. You can lie about your car, your house, your girlfriend. You can lie about a whole bunch of shit, but you cannot lie about the sky. The sky is the only truth we believed in, people. Because we know it's not going to lie to us. The sky and the planet is not going to lie to us. We are connected to it. This is where the knowledge comes from. The sky don't lie. The sky don't lie. Right? Now, let's keep going. Now, if our people created Ezekiel in the sky, where the story come from? Where does this story come from? See, this is why dumb people say the Bible ain't got no truth to it. You don't know where it come from. The story come from your ancient culture teaching you of stars that go along with other things on the planet. And they take these stories and turn these into real so-called beings in books. Hunter-gatherers believe in mythology. We taught it for the betterment of our life from the stars teaching us the truth down to the planet. They taught it as if Ezekiel or Zeus is a mighty right hand. Now, roll the coin. Now, this is where you got to get your thinking cap on. Y'all know our artifacts? When we coming upside somebody's head with the mighty right hand? Have you ever seen the mighty right hand in Egypt? The Mayans got it. Egypt got it. Everybody got it. Y'all know what I'm talking about? Put coin in the chat. Put the coin in the chat, you know what I'm talking about. The spike. The mighty right hand finna hit the enemy. Hold him by the hair. That's exactly what this is, people. See, everything is a representation of something else. Hunter, you do it like that because outside people don't understand what you are putting down. Our people had a code, people. We got a code, people. Everybody didn't know this code. You just look at the thing, we just finna beat a hunter-gatherer up. Nah. It's star work in human form on artifacts that a hunter-gatherer took. It took them thousands of years to figure it out. They could never figure out, what is the meaning of this? What's the meaning of this? And why? They don't know. They just speculating. Right? We ain't doing no more speculating about our history. Let's keep going. The Mississippian had that same spike. The Mayan, the Olmec, the Egyptian, and the Sumerian had that. Am I lying? Am I lying? It's the same bloodline of people in different ages and different locations on the planet. But it came from here because the astrology was created by the mound building culture of our ancestors in America. And it went to other places in the world. By the time it got to Samaria in Egypt, it was already mastered for hundreds of years. They are just descendants of masters. They're not the creators. See, they want to teach you the creators come from over there. They are just descendants, just like us. But they was closer to the knowledge than we are because they wasn't broken from their knowledge like we are. You get it? Ain't nobody building no mounds and pyramids and underground layers without no knowledge, people. They just don't pop up from nowhere. It take a long time to understand that type of master building and master agriculture. Agriculture is a master also. You got to be a master agriculturalist, a master builder, a master shipbuilder. You have to master all, and you have to master astrology. All of that to be enlightened in those days. Not just say you enlightened like today. You have to know all of that. Let's keep going. Now, Ezekiel killed, talking about the Bible records King Hezekiah destroying the bronze serpent. Destroying the serpent. Prophet Ezekiel used a sword to kill the serpent. Then in the Bible, he killed the serpent. King Ezekiel kills the bronze serpent. Interesting. Chaotic sea monster, Noon. Like I'm trying to tell y'all. Which foreshadows the ultimate defeat of Satan, the ancient serpent in Revelation. Now let me break that down. Who is the ancient serpent, people? Who is the ancient serpent? Your ancestors are the ancient serpent. Your ancestors are the ancient serpent people. They were turned and deemed to be evil. Because we the ones put the serpent on everything. That's where these stories demonize. They switch it and demonize your people with it. I see my dog in the chat, man. What's up, brother? What's your name? I gotta shout him out. Indian Red. What's up, brother? Let me show you something. See that right there? Love you, I'm in love with you, brother. See that right there? He know what I'm talking about. Roll the coin. Let's keep going. Now, let's go here. The high priest, Urim, Orion. The high priest, breastplate, Betelgeuse, a brighter star, right? You see it? The menorah coming right out of the sky. High priest, Urim. Let's keep going. Urim, mysterious divine objects, stone or parchment placed in a high priest breastplate. High priest breastplate, Urim. Breastplate, Urim out of the sky. High priest, see. This the type of knowledge make you a real high priest. All that just out here claiming you won. You don't know nothing about this. You must know this first. This where it come from. As we learn from the sky, we make these things on the ground. So the first Paleo-Hebrews had copper breastplates, people. And that breastplate was coming from stars. You get it now? In American mounds, we got the copper breastplate coming from the Urim, Orion, high priest stars. Then you go to the Bible. You get Urim, divine objects, stone and parchment placed in the high priest breastplate. See that? Urim, sometimes linked symbolically to the high priest robe. Right? He used the menorah for light, especially during Hanukkah. They go to menorah for light. These people got their religions from ancient melanated people from Timeri, because we are the first people to come up with these star alignments and the teaching of the star alignment. That's what they don't want to teach you. This is way before Egypt, way before Samaria, way before. Let's keep going. Now, let's get real deep real quick. Let me show y'all something. Sinai 345B, 1480 BC. What is that? What's that right there? Put it in the chat. See, y'all think this shit Egyptian. What that is right there? What's that? What they call that? A sphinx. Interesting truth. Now I'm going to bring y'all all the way back to the sphinx that sits in the Penn Museum in Pennsylvania. I'm going to bring you all the way back to where I started the live at. Why is the sphinx connected to Hebrew? Interesting. I thought it was Egyptian. I thought the Egyptians created the sphinx. Huh? Why are there sphinxes with paleo on them? Huh? See, this that shit they ain't gonna teach you. This ain't got nothing to do with Egypt. This was getting done way before Egypt got built. Y'all think I'm bullshitting, don't you? Watch this. Let's keep going. Now, Hebrew on sphinxes. Around 1800 BC. Egypt a little older than that, but we're going to go back a little farther. Then it started evolving in the Paleo. You get Mosaic, hieroglyphic Hebrew. Hieroglyphic Hebrew turned into hieroglyphics. Do you understand it now? Hieroglyphic Hebrew turned into hieroglyphics of Egypt. You get it? Roll the coin. Let's keep going. Let's go look a little deeper. The Rosetta Stone, Hebrew Hathor. Hebrew Hathor? Hold on, truth. Hathor ain't got nothing to do with no Hebrew. Hathor is Egyptian. I know you lying. Hebrew Hathor? Am I confusing y'all? Hathor ain't Egyptian. That ain't where it started at. Hathor's first name was Beleth. Baal-leth. Baal is Hebrew. Whew. Beleth, Hathor, right there. This is what it becomes in Egypt, Hathor. But it was Beleth first. Baal is Hebrew. You can't deny it. And I can prove this shit because everybody know it except for us. Because they broke us from our transformation into newer cultures. Let's keep going. Let me show you. Truth, you lying. And them motherfucking Hathor, all these big Egyptologists teaching ass niggas, ain't never told us about no Beleth. I'm a teacher. Watch this. Beleth is the older name for Hathor. Oh. Oh. Hold on. I ain't gonna tell you who started that gangster shit over there. I'm gonna show you who started that gangster shit. Belet was a Canaanite Phoenician lady goddess particularly in Babylon, who was strongly equated with the Egyptian goddess Hathor and integrated into Egyptian worship, right? Around Egypt's 12th dynasty. They capping. It already had been there. Hathor absorbed aspects of Belet. Hathor comes from Belet. Hieroglyphic gods, Egypt gods, come from Paleo-Hebrew teachings. How much more I need to teach you? So, when they get to talking about Egypt ain't got nothing to do with America, you a motherfucking lie. Because them Canaanites teaching that Baal and Belet come from here. Okay, roll the coin. They come here. Let's keep looking. Beleth, Hathor, Rosetta Sphinx. This is how you break the languages through the Rosetta Stones, people. They started to break the language coming from Hebrew written on sphinxes that matched up with the Hebrew hieroglyphics. Now you start to see it. Now look over here. Look at that. You're starting to see them old Paleo-Hebrew letters with the feathers, with the plow. Then you get the newer hieroglyphics later down the line. The world's oldest alphabet. Let's keep going. Now, roll the coin. We know the truth now. Rosetta is where they find these sphinx at, right there. Rosetta in the Nile Delta, Nile Dalit. The Nile Dalit. Delta is Greek. Dalit is Hebrew. It wasn't called the Nile Delta. It was called the Nile Dalit. The Mississippi Dalit. The first triangle. And it comes out of the sky. Dalit is a star constellation shaped like a triangle. That's where they get this from. And Dalit is Hebrew. Roll the coin. I'm going to teach you something tonight. And I'm going harder tomorrow. Dalit. Watch this. And I'm going harder tomorrow. Dalit is directly related to the Greek Delta. The Greek named the Nile the Delta. Right? From same Phoenician letter Daleth, meaning door, represented by a triangle. Triangle. Leading to the association with the pyramid shape. Leading to the association with the pyramid shape. The pyramid shape don't come from Egypt. It come from the Paleo-Hebrew of Dalit, especially in spiritual contexts like the Star of David, formed by two overlapping Dalits. That's why it's Hebrew. And it comes from the Mississippi River. Okay, let's go back. Let's go back. So they taught you all this Egypt shit, but they ain't teach you where Egypt got it from, right? So now, the door of the triangle. This is the lead right here. Starting here, going out, making a triangle. Our people called it the Dalit area. The richest agriculture, black soil in the world. Here is only two of them. One is on the Mississippi River. The second one is on the Nile River. You put, it's the door, right? The door. You put the pyramid of the door to the triangle at the top of the triangle. That's why Giza is right at the top of the Nile Delta. It's the door. Let me show it to you again. It's the door. The door to the triangle of the fertile land. Roll the coin. Now, this is the door. Giza is the door to the fertile land of the triangle of the most fertile land. The Mississippi River is exactly the same. And when I say exactly the same, we got a mound in the same spot at the top of the Dalit. Here you go. Mississippi River. Dalit. The door. Now the Mississippi Delta. Mississippi Dalit. We got mounds right here at the top of it on both sides of the river. You got LSU. You got Winterville. Up the river a little bit. You got Vicksburg. It's shaped the same exact way, but it's thousands of years older. This is a recreation of their homeland. You got Watson Break, Mound Complex, way older than Egypt, sitting right there at the top of the Dalit of the Mississippi River. This is a recreation of our people who went over there and built it the same damn way. Because one thing we knew, the Dalit was the most fertile land on the land. We knew you could grow crops right here easily. Easily. That's why it was worshipped. Your people gonna eat right there. Vicksburg bloodline all day. I love you, I'm in love with you. I'm from Jackson. Vicksburg Military Park sits on ancient mounds with ancient structures all down through there. And they put them damn military shit on top of our ancient culture at the Vicksburg Military Park. Let's keep going. That is the oldest, most sacred area. Now, truth. Now, check this out. Now, you get ziggurats, right? Abraham born, 2166 BC. This is biblical. You get these Nimrod, Tower of Babel, 2850 BC, ziggurat, 21, Temple of Enki, stars. They're talking about star lamps. The Bible starts with Abraham, right? When our people's bloodline went over there, that's when the biblical story starts over there. And it starts in Mesopotamia. Now, look at the timeline. Terah, 2296. Abraham, 2166. Now, let me show y'all something. Roll the coin. Put the coin in the check. Coin in the check. Abraham's story kicks off the book of Genesis. Abraham's story kicks off the book of Genesis. Abraham family moved from Mesopotamia, That's where the Tamari bloodline is Abraham, people. It starts around 2000 something BC. They already know how to build stuff like this. They're already writing Hebrew, people. You think them people writing some bullshit? Them people writing Hebrew. Sirius rises is not Egyptian. That's Hebrew. Sirius rises for the harvest. Abraham, after the flood, on the landmass across the water, where we had already been to before. This starts the biblical narrative of a bloodline from Tamari. You're not listening, X-Pretty. See, everybody want to talk. Everybody want to talk, but you're not listening. You got to listen. This is what starts the biblical story of their land. From our people leaving here, going there. Listen, my baby. This is what I'm trying to tell you. This is what they teach as if it's a creation, but our people are coming from here to there. With the language, with the culture, with the structure building, with the purple dye of the Hebrew from snails from America, with the corn, with the pomegranates, the citron, oranges, and lemons. They are bringing beautiful things, tamar trees, tamarack trees, to the Middle East, to the desert. That's why we put tamar trees on the waterways on the Tigris and Euphrates River. We wanted it to look like home. Do you understand it now? Listen. So this is when our culture takes over the whole area. Now you get it, X-Pretty? It started in some Tamarian ancient times because our landmass is the oldest landmass from under the waters. Up there by Canada, on the United States and Canada line, is the oldest land minerals on the face of the earth. That means that's the first land from under the water. Right? The Mississippi River and the Great Lakes all hooked together from a water source coming from underwater. Mississippi River don't start in the Gulf of Mexico. It starts up that way. Minnesota, Fresh Spring, that is fresh water. That's not seawater. That's why the Mississippi River is the first river of creation. You get it now? So when we get to speaking about the primordial waters recedes, the primordial, Egypt's telling you the primordial water receded. And the primordial land springs out with the Ben, the mound. And then the first creation of our people sprung from the earth. Adam is a Hebrew term. It's not a biblical term. They got that from us. Think I'm bullshitting? I can teach you. I can show you way better than I can. If I can find it. This stuff be so crazy. Roll the coin. Adam, Adamah. Adam, Hebrew language. Adamah, Adami, Adamah, similar meaning. Adam, earthly man, red, copper color. See, now I'm getting deep. Copper color, red. They talking about the man who sprang from the red dirt of the Mississippi. Not no Adam in the Bible. Now, where did they get the Adam in the Bible story from? Our people were teaching primitive man of the Adam story, and they took that story and turned it into the creation story of the Bible. A civilized man gave them people plants. Why you think the apple got something to do with the creation story of the Bible? Somebody with agriculture is teaching uncivilized people about fruits and agriculture. So now, you bite the apple and it's evil. Why do they teach you that? They teach you that because everything of nature has to be deemed evil in that book for them to put their God on you. See, they taught you that nature's people were the evil ones. Them your people. They switched it on you. Just like I just told you Satan was them other people. Right? Now, what you mean you thought that wasn't our story? Corey, do what I'm trying to teach you. Adam comes from the original man, right? They're telling you it's the earthly man, earthly, red, earthly human, earthly red, right? Same class, spring from the same root, Adam, copper-colored people coming from the earth, right? Now, this story carries on with our people. So all they're hearing is Adam. Creation, Adam, creation. Once our people are 100 and some thousand years older than their people over there. So when we get over there, we are teaching them about earthly born man, the first man, was called Adama, Adani, Adam. They take that story of our people teaching them our creation story, right? I wish I had the old receipt in the old book. I'm going to put that with there one day and show y'all. It's showing the man in the pasture, fully dressed, civilized, talking to Neanderthals. He has an apple tree. He is teaching them about advanced knowledge of agriculture. They don't know nothing about it. That's their creation story. They are teaching you the Neanderthal creation story. Now you get it. They're not gonna put in there that our people taught them about the apple and the agriculture. They are teaching you their creation story. Adam and Eve, dumbass. They just named them Adam because they got the words from us. You get it? That's his story, not yours. See, this is what they don't want to teach you. Now I got to get deeper about this. When our people interacted with their people, that's the beginning of their story, people. They had no story, no history, no nothing before that. I want y'all to remember that. Somewhere around 6,000 BC, our people interacted with those Neanderthals who evolved way after us. This when their story begins. When they meet our farmers with the apples. Their story begins. Now you have a biblical story of their kind. And they are using our old stories of astrology and ancient knowledge, turning it into a book after they steal the knowledge from our people over time. You get it now? So once you steal all the knowledge and you know all the words, you switch it to what you want it to be to control that same bloodline of people after you take them away from their culture. This is why our people still connect to the Bible. You get it? Don't be mad at your people for connecting to the Bible, people. You cannot do that. You know why? Because something in that story still resonates in your soul somewhere. It's just all mixed up. But it still hits you somewhere. No matter how much you try to refute the Bible, if you read it long enough, something gonna hit you. You gonna feel something. Cause them stories come from your ancient culture they just redone. It's a bad remake of a classic. I'm gonna explain it to you like that. It's like somebody take boys in the hood and turn it to lames in the hood. You take men into society and you put lames in the. You fucked the movie up. You fucked the whole teaching up. We were talking about virtue in nature, giving the power to earth, nature, stars. They wanted it to be a monotheistic God. Because with a monotheistic God, you can control everybody under one God, under one nation of God. You put everybody in a box. You can control them like that. You can't control these nature niggas. You can't control no nature nigga. A nigga living off of... I'm out here fishing, farming my own crops. I don't even want to talk to y'all hunter-gatherers. Stay off my grass. I know the stars, astrology, the earth, the planet. I'm teaching my kids to farm. I got my own water source. You can't stop them type of people. So you must deem that evil so they don't want to go that way. Now they are dependent on your energy source, your water source, your housing source, your school system. Do you get it now? Once you break a self-sufficient nigga from his ancestors' teaching, you can profit off of him. You can sell him pizza and McDonald's and Burger King all day. You can sell him GMO corn and peas. Our people so fucked up, we think corn GMO. They done fucked the corn up so bad. Everybody I talk to, you told me I rolled the corn GMO. It was not once GMO, you dummy. It wasn't GMO back in the G. It was the best thing you ever had. Pharaohs ate corn as delicacies. It's called Orion's corn, people. The sweet corn of Orion. Think I'm making this shit up, don't you? Corn was a delicacy in Egypt. I'm telling you the 100% truth. I got the books. Roll the corn. Now, all of that Moses story and all of that Adami, and all that come from over here. It's a story of an ancient culture doing it in Timeri that came. The people brought the stories with them and the astrology stories with them, and they changed it biblically. Now you see Joseph, Adam. These are our bloodlines being born on their land. And they're telling the story of our bloodline born on their land. After we got there, after the flood. That's what you must understand. Now let's go here. Look what I'm trying to tell y'all. We got ancient Egyptian-looking artifact with Paleo-Hebrew all over them. This look didn't come from Egypt. This look came from our culture. Mem, the first Hebrew cross. The cane, which I already showed y'all, this right here. Roll the corn. It's coming out of the sky. Hold on. It's coming out of the sky. Right there. Look, right there. See that ribbon? That's the Ankh cross. The ribbon is the Ankh. The ribbon, it used to be the ribbon. Mem. That's Bet. That's a newer form of Bet right there. See that right there? This ain't even the old paleo. Right? Let me show y'all something. Roll the corn. Hold on. Hold on. Now, let me show y'all something. And let me show y'all something to let you know that everything ain't old as you think it is. Now, you see that right there? That turquoise one? See that, right? That's Bet. But this ain't even the oldest language. Watch this. You see it? Put the corn in the chat, everybody see it. Right there. Put the corn in the chat, everybody see the turquoise Bet. Right here. See it? Drop me some corn. Okay. See it? Now watch this. There you go right there. It's a variation of this. Right here. That's Bet. House. It started off like this. Then they go to that. Home, house. Primitive Hebrew root, Bet. Primitive. Right? Original picture looked like a nomadic tent floor. Plan representing the house. Dwelling, temple, building, palace. That's why that symbol is on Tartarian buildings. Them ain't no fucking Tartarian buildings. Them your ancestors building with that fucking symbol on it. That's where Versace got that symbol from. Where you think Versace got it from? Ain't that the Versace symbol? Roll the coin. Hunter Gallery and took your symbol, gave it back to you. We love Versace to death. We love it. How can you not love it with your ancestor symbolism on it? Bet, Resh. Now, let's go back over there and look at that Egyptian one. Let's look at the Egyptian one again. They be acting like we don't know what the hell we talking about. There it is right there. In the turquoise. Resh, head, bow your head. Resh, bow your head to nature. But this is Bet right here. Then you keep looking. They go to Y for yard, for yed, like I told y'all. They go to snake. Right there. See, y'all think the snake is some type of Indian shit or some type of Egypt shit. Nah. That snake been here way before that. Way before that. Roll the coin. Thought I had the receipt on that. Let me see. Let me go look right quick. Let me go look. I might not have. It might be far off. Might be far off. Yeah, it's kind of far off. But I want y'all to look at this. Sinai. They're using this to break the languages, people. They use this Sinai to break the language. They put Sinai in a number for the languages on the artifact. Let's keep going. That's what they doing. I showed y'all some more of those a while back. Let me see, can I show you some more of them? Sinai. Artifacts. Now, I just showed you the one with the Hebrew. Now look at this. It's made the same way, people, as the one with the Hebrew on it. It's just newer. It's newer. They're learning how to build these things better and better and better. Then the language turns into hieroglyphics. This one is built just like the old one. This is the old one. Then you get a newer form of it with hieroglyphics. It evolved, right? It's better over time. Like this. Right? Demotic script. Interesting you say that. Now, you must understand what the artifact is telling you, right? That's the priesthood script you see in the papyrus in cursive. Yeah, exactly. You must understand what the artifacts are showing you. What is the triangle? The triangle is the lit. It's not the delta, it's the lit. The dot is some type of a yin or the sun, right? So on our ancient artifacts of the Taino and Arawak, this is what you get. Then you get the lines look like mem, right? Now you start to understand what this stuff means. Now you start to break this stuff down into the truth, right? You start to break it down to the truth. Roll the coin. It was something I wanted to show y'all. You start to break it down to the truth. Now, like I showed y'all, you start looking at the copper that comes from the Great Lakes. The copper that comes from the Great Lakes over to the Mediterranean Sea. And you get Shin, right? Shin, Hebrew, on the copper leaving America. Shin became the Atlantean trident. People, our people are the Atlanteans. This is called a psi in Atlantean, PSI. But really this is a Shin symbol. We had the staff with Shin on the artifacts, and we used the staff for Shin, right? So when you go back and find the ancient Mediterranean Sea artifacts with Shin, you find melanated people. The Atlantean with the Shin staff. The first Greeks, the Cretans, the Mycenaean. These are our people coming from Timeri of a bloodline. We have found these Shins in mounds, people. Right? You think I'm bullshitting, but I got the receipts because I'm the receipt God. Here go copper artifacts with Shin, found in Michigan, in mounds. This is the Atlantean staff they speak of in the movies. Our people really had these things and they became legendary. And they became myth and mythology, Poseidon and goddamn Apollo and all that old shit. Roll the coin. See, you must understand what they speaking of. Right? Now let's keep looking. Here's the Hittite that looked like a Sumerian. What he got? What he got with the old kingdom symbol? Egypt used the same symbol. Old kingdom of ancestors from the old kingdom. Shin, Atlantean trident. Same stuff. Roll the coin. The white boy said it's an Afro pick. It's a block. How about that? Look, you hunter-gatherer. Go find you somebody to play with. See, everything a joke until we start kicking y'all in y'all ass. Shit ain't funny. My people not knowing their real history ain't fun. We really should get on y'all ass. See, y'all be laughing and playing until we get serious, and then hunter-gatherers start getting their ass threw off the roof. That wouldn't be funny, would it? See, we just supposed to accept anything. Everything funny, fuck your history. Why y'all trying to learn y'all history? Why did everything got something to do with us funny and we don't supposed to give a fuck about it, huh? Yes, we do. It's a new day. I don't care if one person come to my live and learn. I'm going to teach that one person. He might be the motherfucker blow this bitch up. It don't matter to me. One of virtue is better than 300 of not virtuous. See, I look at this, I'm a whole different breed. Now, my people get mad that everybody want to bust jokes and we start acting a damn fool. Then what y'all gonna do? Because the truth is here. The Tamari bloodline are the original Ivory. Y'all enslaved, y'all hung Hebrews upside of trees. The last ones left on earth. Hunter-gatherers. See, y'all don't want me to tell it the way it really is. There wasn't no slaves y'all were hanging. No. Y'all hanging the jewels of God. God's nature's chosen people. That's who y'all were hanging. Y'all still doing it today. Throwing them up on colleges, running off trying to hide, getting rid of the evidence and shit. See, y'all really want my people to really get mad, bro. Y'all better get in the corner and shut the fuck up. For real. For all you people in here eavesdropping on the live, y'all better chill. That's why y'all stocking up all your pum-pums on your land. You're trying to stock up because you know one day it's coming. The same way y'all rolled down the street and went to farms with 2 or 3 people on them and got rid of all of them and took their farm in the South. When did we start doing that shit? Huh? What if I get 1,000 melanated Indians, because they're what they are, with Hebrew ancestors, to ride down y'all street and start taking y'all farm with 200 people, with 2 or 3 people in there. We start living on y'all shit. How about that? That's what y'all did to us. And the farms y'all couldn't take because a lot of family members was on the farm, y'all came back and took it through back taxes, laws. You took it by force when there wasn't a lot of people there because y'all cowards. But if there was a lot of people on the farm, y'all didn't take it. Y'all came back and hit them with the taxes of the state. You think we want to know what y'all done to us? You think we just hanging out in America, don't nobody... See, my people learning what's going on, I'm going to teach them every piece of it. What y'all did. Roll the corn. See, I see some of y'all on here talking about some... The melanated people, the Moors, they brung them over here. Yeah, they did that. But it wasn't enough for them. It wasn't enough of them. They were sprinkled out all over America, little Moors here and there. Snitches. But them YT people the one took your the 95% of your land. The Moors got a little piece. Them YT people got your motherfucking land. That's why I'm talking to them. See, without your land, you have no culture. That's why they call it agriculture. You can, see, let me teach you something. You take the people off their land, then you break them from their culture. You can't break no nigga from his culture, his grandma and them buried right there. And they got everything wrote in the history books right in your ancient house. You can't break a culture like that. That's why the land is so powerful. Let me give you an example. If you never left your ancestral land, and there was a goddamn temple or a mound right there with all your family land running right down, written in gold or copper or old papyrus or something, and your people buried right there, your buildings right there, you got them Corinthian column buildings built right there on your land. You got mounds right there. You got pyramid right there. You got Paleo Hebrew wrote all over this shit. You gonna sit down and think, this is my land and we got all this history out here. I know who created these languages and these pyramids and buildings now, because we still got them on the land. My great-grandma buried in a goddamn Pantheon. Great-grandma buried in a, look like a Greek building. That building ain't Greek. See, now you start to look at shit different. You got mounds on your land of ancient ancestors. If they never took your land, you can actually see what your people built. That's why your land is so powerful. The land tells the story. Only thing left to tell the story is the land and the artifacts and the burials of your people. But if you don't know where the burials is, you don't know where the artifacts is, you don't know where your land is, you lose your culture. You don't know where your crops is. We doing genealogy, but we don't know where the fuck our crops is. Where the crops at? Where the crops your bloodline put their hand in the dirt and grew some cotton at? Grew the corn at? We don't know. I just happen to know because my great-grandma showed me. A lot of people didn't get showed this. Without your landmass and your burial of your people, they can break a code. They know this. Because you ain't got nothing to reference back to that's real. You can go through all this government paperwork you want to, but it's going to get you so far, but it ain't the real deal. When you break us from that, you break us from our virtue for our people. You make us into materialistic pieces of shit like y'all. Now we lost. You get it? Now we don't care nothing but balling. Like them. Nothing but housing, cars, and big bankrolls. We don't care nothing about ancestor who. We don't know nothing about this shit. I want the money. That's how they made us, just like them. They were in the image of us. Now we are in the image of them. And they are not a good role model. It switched with the Bible. Because they put their great image on our great history and gave it back to you. Get it now? I'm just speaking power into powerful people. I know who y'all are. Every last one of y'all. Listen to me. Listen to me. There's a melanated homeless man right now somewhere in America. Got the most ancient, most powerful bloodline on the face. He laying down sleep somewhere outside in the rain and the cold. And that man's ancestors was the greatest people on the face of the earth at one time. I guarantee it. They had all the palaces, all the knowledge, all the beautiful everything. It's a homeless man right now, melanated in royalty right now. Somewhere in Atlanta or Memphis. Jackson, Mississippi. Miami, Florida. I'm telling you what I know. Ivory. We created purple for royalty. We created that. Ain't no royalty without us. Everything royal that was created come through us. The Hebrew purple is us. We got that from snails off the coast of America. Indigo. The word that became Indian. They got that shit from us. The indigo child, indigo people. They come from your people mixing dyes and putting it on cotton, making clothes. They don't come from no goddamn hunter-gatherer. Once we get back to our power, understand who you are. Understand what your people did for this planet. And show respect to that. Then we go back into royalty. Right? I'm not finna be around here trying to create no tribe, bro. I'm not finna create no tribe with no name I created. That is foolishness. The Truth Now tribe. No, we not finna do that shit. Let them hunter-gatherers do that. We had names, people. Our tribe had names. Our people had names. We're not just finna create nothing to try to we just like them if we trying to reproduce something. It ain't so much about the name. It's so much about what they done. What did they do? How did they live? Virtue is the first step. Right? Language is virtue. Treat your people the way we done things to make our people greater. Not take away from them. We wanted to make our descendants greater. Because everything we learned, we wrote it down and put it on our land masses where you can go back and find the code. See, without your land, you can't find the code. They took the land and the artifacts with the codes. Therefore, they can teach their history when you really could have learned your history from your own people. That's why they took over all your ancient sites. Now, like I showed y'all, everybody be talking about Tartaria, right? Everybody talking about Tartaria. But I want y'all to understand something. Please understand this. When you see this symbol on them old buildings in granite and limestone, that's your shit. And the inside was burnt out. Why was the inside burnt out? Why? Because your history was in the inside of that building. That's why it's burnt out. That's why they burn the Capitol buildings. But you can't burn limestone. You just get rid of the evidence in the inside of the building. That's where your history is at. Damn near all 50 states over here burnt the inside of the Capitol building out. Why did they do that? Why? Think about it. Think about it, my babies. Think about it. British troops, 1812, 1814, gutting the U.S. Capitol. They gutting it. Gutting the U.S. Capitol and other public buildings. Major fires and they gutted them. What happens when you gut a house? The structure stands, but you're getting rid of the inside of the house. You are getting rid of our history. That's why you gutting the U.S. Capitol buildings. Now, ain't no damn Tartarians, and I'm going to keep telling y'all that. It's just us. Now, these buildings have Corinthian columns. Corinthian comes from cornbread. I already taught y'all that. So the people building Corinthian columns, when they got over the seas, there were the cornbread people. It sounds simple, but this shit way deeper than what you think it is. We ain't got no monuments in America, huh? This building is 50 times more structured than a pyramid. This is 25, 26 pyramids in one, right here. A pyramid is simple. After you keep evolving, you start building shit like this. Now, why is it sitting out there by itself on a mound? You see it? See the mound? We built on top of mound because that's your ancestors' land. You keep building in the same spot. That's why it's on a mound. They didn't build that shit on top of our mounds. We did. Look at that. Smoked out everything. Look, shit smoked out everywhere. Look. Just smoked out. Look. Smoked out. What they smoking out? Huh? Ask yourself that. Fire destroys Missouri state capital, Wisconsin, New York, Washington, Springfield, Illinois, Pennsylvania. How many more I got to give you? Who they burning out? Who history getting smoked out? New York. Who they smoking out? Our ancestors. That's what they're smoking out. They turn them into banks, government buildings, railroad stations, and goddamn. you think this shit? Who Who gonna build a granite building for a railroad station for homeless people to sleep? It was already there. Your history got burnt out in the building. The flood did not bury our buildings. Our buildings were built to go underground, people. The same way you build a pyramid and a mound to go underground, you build the ancient buildings to go underground. Because that is your teaching of Duat. That's why these people were finding buried people under these buildings. Y'all know that they found people in the White House buried. They went to the basement of the White House and dug it up and found a body, ancient skeleton, under the White House. I showed y'all the newspaper clipping. Why? Because it's built the same way. So you looking at a pyramid and a mound and a building different. All of them the same. All of them aligned with the Pleiades star system. The mound all the way to the building is aligned with the Pleiades star system. It's an ancient teaching. It's just a newer structure. Our people built Moscow. Y'all be thinking I be talking shit. People from Timeri built Moscow with 7 buildings aligned with the Pleiades star system for the spring. Hunter-gatherers came later. Them ain't no goddamn Moors. Let me show y'all something, man. Y'all start researching the 7 mounds and the seven mounds and the 7 hills. Either they're gonna call it 7 hills or 7 mounds or 7 monuments. Start researching that. Them your ancient melanated people cities. Cincinnati, Washington, D.C. Seattle, goddamn Rome, the bottom of Egypt, Albassar, built in pyramids like Pleiades, Copan temples of the Mayans, Pleiades, them your ancient cities, all them big granite ass buildings aligned with stars, them your ancient cities. You think a hunter-gatherer will put a World's Fair over here you want to. Why would you come way across the water and throw a World's Fair in America if your culture built it over there? Why you ain't throw no World's Fair at home, hunter-gatherer? You gonna come throw it over here with all these new monuments y'all ain't never seen before it. The World's Fair is to bring people in from around the world to look at new architecture. Now, when you start to look at the architecture of America, think about it. The buildings are starting to look like buildings back from where you from. It's like, damn, this building like a Greek building. This building look like a building from Morocco. This building like a building from Tyre, Phoenician city. This shit look like Athens. Why is all these buildings over here looking like we got one nice building over there that look like this. These niggas got 40 of them. These are the first creator bloodline that built them buildings over there on y'all land. You know how I know that? Y'all research the Pantheon of Nashville. Research the Pantheon of Nashville. Right? I think it got 46 columns. They say it's a replica of a Greek building. Cap. It's built just like the one in Athens. It's built, it got the same amount of columns, the same feet, the same roof. Only difference is the one in Athens, they fought wars over there with all that gladiator bullshit. And the one over here ain't never been touched. Still beautiful. There wasn't no goddamn Moors, bro. Wasn't no Moors, bro. See, here we go. Colombian Moor. The Moors built it. Okay, the Moors built the Greek building, huh? Okay. Okay. How old is the Pantheon in Athens? Let's go look. That motherfucker 2,400 years old. The Moors built it. See, I'm just gonna hit you with basic shit. I ain't gonna even get deep. The Moors built the same building that looked just like the one in Nashville 2,400 years ago in Athens. Hell no, you hunter-gatherer. No damn Moors around no motherfucking 2,400 years ago. M-U-U-R-S was around. M-O-R-S, no. See, common sense, I ain't even got to hit you with no elite receipts because Moors was building buildings 2,400 years ago. Let's go see. No. They were not building large stone structures 2,400 years ago. The North African Muslim Moor, 711 AD, after the death of Christ, up until 1492, when they brought some of their ass to America. 2,400 years ago, sir, is BC times. They did not build it. So stop teaching my people that stupid ass shit, bro. Bro, come on, dog. Stick with me. Stick with me now. See, this is what Moors don't understand. Our ancient culture built them buildings. 2,400 years ago is BC times. Ancient time Mary built the building. Then newer people inhabit the building and say they built it. It's common sense. Let me show y'all something else. Okay. Let's go back. Hold on. Let's go back. See, you got to use your common sense. Athens, 2,400-year-old building. Athens, Greece. Okay. Athens, Pantheon in Athens. Let's go see why is that shit there. Why is it there? Is in a Okay. Okay, let's go look. Now, the Pantheon in Athens sits on top of the highest point of Greece in that area, right? We all know ancient Paleo Hebrews called it Bama, B-A-M-A-H. Bama is you put the temple in the highest place. So in the highest places in these other countries, all through the Mediterranean, all through Egypt, you put the temples in the high spots, right? Why? For defensive reasons, and you are putting crops in these buildings. You are storing crops, so you have to defend this, right? So you put it in an area right outside the agriculture field, the closest spot, that's the highest spot, and you put it there for defensive reasons. And our people do trade and barter in these buildings. Coin exchanges. They always on the river. They always at the high point of the town. Strategic, smart. That's why they're there. Right? That's why Alabama is named Alabama. Bama is the high point. The high place. Right? So, you must understand when we building stuff around the world, we're building it in the high place. The agriculture field is low in that area. Then you find the high point. And when you get it out the agriculture field, you take it up to the high place. That's why these column buildings are there, people. You must understand that. Them ain't no goddamn Greek god buildings. We was doing trade out of them buildings. That's a trade center for our people, right? Those buildings weren't built to live in. They were built like warehouses, right? You must know that. You can ship in and out the building. That's why them buildings were there. You must understand why these buildings are in these places. All these so-called Tartarian buildings, right? They're always somewhere around some water. Because that's where you come in on ship to trade, people. Right? You must know that. Look at the location of these places. What were they really there for? They were trade centers. Of the ancient Hebrew. That's exactly what they was. Now look at this. I want y'all to pay attention to what I'm finna show you. See that right there? These trade centers. Boats pull up, you get your goods. You haul ass back to where you come from. Boats pull up, you get your goods, you haul ass. Now let's keep looking. Let's go look around the world. We all know the ancient Hebrew, the Phoenician is an ancient trader. He's a seafarer, an ancient trader. You set up your trade centers on the water. In ancient times, ain't no goddamn box Chevys. You got ships, right? So you set your trade centers up by water. Now, some of these other buildings that's inside the city were actual buildings where our people lived. But them Panthenons and stuff like that are trade centers, right? Now let's go look at the Cretans. And you understand what I'm trying to tell you. Gnosis. On water. Now, you go look at the other cultures over there in Greece, the Nile, all this stuff is on water. You can get there by boat very easily. It's all a trade center. It's all trade centers of our people, and we set up there and we start building monuments there. Because the Cretan had a Hebrew language, the Macedonian, The first Egyptians, the first Sumerians had a Hebrew language, right? Now you start to understand that these is a certain people doing the same thing in different times. So now, see that? Now this is a cemetery. This is a cemetery in America. You see this? That's the same way them churches built over there in Europe. Am I lying? All that Tartarian shit. Ain't that the way them buildings, them churches look over there in Europe and Russia? Who built this? Huh? Why does it look the same as over there? Our people had mounds out here, people. And I'm going to prove it to you. We got mounds out there. Roll the coin. I won't talk about this tomorrow, but I'll do a whole nother live tomorrow. Fuck it. Let me show you. Greenwood Cemetery. Look at it. Look at the way the mound going up. See how the mound layers right there? And they put all these hunter-gatherers upside the mound in tombs, buried with our people, ancient culture. This the entrance right here. Who you think built this damn entrance? Huh? Or that same cemetery with the mounds? See, I'm gonna end my lecture on that right there. I'm gonna do the rest of it. I'm gonna start back again in a moment. But I want to show y'all something. Why are mounds out here with this? Right? Then you get stuff like this out there. This is on the same cemetery now. You got this the entrance, this. Interesting. Right? Hold on, there's something else I wanted to show y'all about that. Right? Mounds. Greenwood Cemetery. Shout out to Chris Bell for this, but I already knew this. Shaped like stars, mounds out there on that same cemetery. Greenwood Cemetery, prehistoric mound complex, a line of stars. Shout out to Chris Bell for making this, but I already knew this. Right? See that? This is how I'm looking out there. Civil War shit and regular burials out there. Look at it. Greenwood Cemetery, historic battlefield. They always say a battlefield is on top of your ancient culture and put all that shit on top of it to hide it from you. Shit sitting right there in New York City. See Brooklyn? We built the botanical garden. Ancient gardens. We built all that shit in this area. Ancient. Roll the coin. Look at that. But I want y'all to look at the entrance. The mound builders of North America built these type of buildings. Them are not Tartarian buildings. We went around the world in ancient times and built buildings like this. They still in them people's city today and they love them to death. They claim that some type of lost race of people done this shit, but real historians know the stone builder, the bell builder built this. He was the most advanced being on the planet because he was here longer than everybody else. Because America came from under the water 100,000 something years before Africa and Europe. That's a fact. That's why he called the Atlantean. Because he had already figured out the earth before y'all ass ever came out the cave good. You ever wonder why some people was way more advanced than the other people was just coming out the cave? You ever thought about that? They wasn't born at the same time, people. They want to teach you that these people came about the same way, the same intellect. No. Them people are 100,000 years after your bloodline. Your bloodline is 100-some thousand years older than theirs. That's how you got so advanced. That's why they so far behind. That's why Africa is so far behind. I hate to see it. That's why Europe is far behind. How are we descendants from people that weren't even on the earth when we was? See, that's how stupid they try to teach us this stupid ass shit. How are we descendants from Africans? And our continent was the first from under the waters. It don't go together. It don't go together. We taught them people how to be civilized. If you really want to get down to it. Africans and YT people are connected from that continent, people. See, they don't want to tell you. They connected blood-wise. We not connected to their bloodline. When they teach you an alien upgraded the DNA of the Mesopotamians, they really telling you a Timeri bloodline upgraded hunter-gatherers in Mesopotamia in 6000 BC. And them Arabs do not want you to know that. These Muslims, these real Muslims, the Jahid and the ICE, yeah, they don't want you to know that. So they teach alien knowledge to throw you off that our bloodline mixed with theirs and upgraded their ass. That's why they tell you Enki and Enlil upgraded their DNA, because Enki and Enlil is an astrology teaching of a Hebrew. I just showed you the plow in the sky. This became a Hebrew letter. Enlil is the plowman. See, then why don't none of these teachers don't like me? Because they're going to keep teaching you that Enlil gave you some fucking DNA. They ain't going to never tell you the truth. That Enlil is just a teaching of astrology from ancient Americans. Because the plowman ain't nothing but star constellations. Enlil is the plowman. Enki is from the underworld because he's the stars of the southern hemisphere. Enlil is the northern hemisphere stars. Enki is the southern hemisphere stars. It's all the teaching of the rotation of the sun and the stars and the zodiac. That's all it is. Ain't no aliens coming to save you. Your ancestor was so fucking smart from Timeri because we mapped out astrology for agriculture first. They called us alien gods. You get it now? Fallen angels mixed with humans. You don't goddamn fallen angels mixed with no human. No. We are the ancient man mixing with hunter-gatherers. And they called you a fallen angel giant. Your DNA upgraded everything over there. They even got their names from us. Afri comes from Tanit or Tanis. Tanit is a Phoenician belief. Then the Berbers changed the name from Tanit to Afri. Then the Greeks got it from the Berbers and called it the land of Afri. Now it's Africa. The Hebrew actually really named Africa. Europa is the Pleiades star system on the back of Taurus, which is Zeus. That is a Timeri teaching of agriculture from spring. Taurus and the Pleiades is the beginning of spring. So Europa is the Pleiades star system on the back of Taurus. Astrologers taught that. Ancient Ivory taught that. That's where Europe got their name from. Europa comes from the Pleiades. Where did they get that from? The Cretans. The Cretans had corn, bro. Yes, the Cretans rolled corn. The Cretans are the first civilization of Europe. They come from here. Hate to tell y'all, they had gold rings with corn cobs on the goddamn ring and the artifacts. That's who created Europa. Phoenicians and Cretans. Y'all don't even have no culture if it wasn't for us. We created it. See, I ain't even gonna go that deep. Now, let's go back real quick before I get out of here. American Indian. Southeastern American Indian. The same people who left the Mississippi River and built the goddamn Nile are your ancestors. You niggas in the Southeast. You are the Hebrew. You the Phoenician bloodline. You the first Egyptian bloodline. They killed all our ancestors over there. They got a little bit of our blood from mixing with them. But your ass is still got the original bloodline still in you today because you never got fucked with until the 14 and 1300s. Well, around 1000 AD when the Vikings came. Boy, y'all still the you still got that original Hebrew bloodline in you right now. Because some of your ancestors didn't leave the land. Some of them went over there and built that shit over there. But boy, you know who you is? Do you know who the fuck you is? For real. You just ain't no damn American Indian. You became an American Indian over time. But boy, your ancestors were some bad motherfuckers. Why you think you in the Southeast with them mounds? Why the fuck you think you in the Southeast with them mounds? Them mounds biblical. You know that? Them Hebrew mounds. Man, no American Indian mounds. Your ancestors built them mounds. Them Hebrew mounds, bro. Jerusalem is built on a mound. You don't know that? Jerusalem is built on the Tel Aviv is the mound of spring. Aligned with the spring, just like I just taught you for sowing a seed, the original Hebrew. Align things with the spring because that's when you put that's the beginning. The first letter of the Paleo-Hebrew is Taurus for the spring. Taurus and Pleiades for spring. You're going to learn it in a minute. Our people put a mound in Jerusalem after they left here. That mound still sits there today. They built Jerusalem around that mound and that agriculture we put there. Go Google it. The mound culture is not, the mound and pyramid and tumulus culture is not from Africa. The mound tumulus culture from Timeri, because we are the old world, the real one. So the older bloodline buried their people elaborately. So when it got over there, They had never seen nothing like that before. And it became special on their landmass. Now you get it? All that Egyptian tomb shit do not come from Africa. Name me some more Egyptian tombs over there. If that teaching is an African teaching, why ain't pyramids all over Africa, all over Europe? It's not their teaching. And their language come from ancient Hebrew language. I showed y'all that earlier in the live. Yod with the hand, Hebrew, became the arm and hand of hard work in Egypt. It's the same teaching. Now I want to teach you that because you're going to figure out the mound builders right on the Mississippi River. Let me show y'all something, bro. Let me just show y'all something real quick. Let me show you something. Them people said the Mississippi River is the goddamn ancestors of Egypt. Y'all think I'm bullshit, don't you? Y'all think I'm bullshit, don't you? Hold up. Hold up. Let me find the receipt. Phoenician alphabet, parent of the European alphabet, were derived from Atlantis alphabet. What's the Atlantis alphabet? Phoenician speaking Hebrew. It derived from the Atlantean alphabet. It go back farther than the Phoenician. Like I told dude earlier in the live. Who are the Atlanteans? You're going to figure it out one day. You're going to get it. Just stick with me. Because them other guys ain't teaching nothing. They playing. I'm telling y'all. Phoenician, Tammuz, and the mound builders. Or the mound builders were the Phoenicians. Or that the mound builders of America were of Phoenician descent, people. They knew this in the old times. See, Phoenician built the whole Mediterranean Sea. All them damn buildings, them our people. Mound builders. Them your damn ancestors too. See, I got shit to prove what I be talking about. Now, I got a receipt somewhere. I can't find it tonight. It said the Mississippian mound building culture of Yazoo City and the Mississippi River are the ancestors of the first Egyptians. And I believe that. I truly believe that. You know why? Because them damn mounds built the same way them pyramids is. Same way. The same way. Now, you take the Mississippian agriculture teaching with the symbolism, take it to Egypt, and the symbolism is exactly the same. So what you must do is, don't look at that new Egypt shit. Don't look at none of that. Go look at the pre-dynastic Egyptian. Then you go back and look at Mississippian mound builder, Ohio mound builder artifacts, and you're going to see the same damn symbols. I'm giving y'all the game, bro. Go look at what the materials they use to make artifacts out of. It's the same damn material. Y'all go to my YouTube page. If you're new on here, go to my YouTube page. You're going to look at my video about the minerals that the Mississippian used for the same thing the Egyptian and the Sumerian used. Steatite, hematite, red ochre for face paint, granite, limestone, agate, quartz. Go look. Go to my YouTube page and look at the minerals. Go look. I broke it down beautifully. We use soapstone to make plates and forks. Egyptians used soapstone to make plates and forks. Go look it up. We use the red stone to ward off evil. We was making crickets because we were scared of the crickets eating the crop. So we put the red stone beads of crickets around our neck. That's why Egypt started wearing the red beads around their neck to ward off evil. It's the red jasper. It's the same teaching. You think that shit came from Africa? We got red jasper beads found in Louisiana, older than Egypt, in mounds. See, that's the shit that I want to teach you. Evil was nature's evil to us. Evil to them is us and our teachings. But evil to us was nature's evil. Locusts eating up the crop, floods, massive rain, massive winds like hurricanes. That's our evil. We warded off that type of evil because that will stop the harvest from coming in. They took that and turned it all evil and turned to all this. We wore horns with helmets for nature. Now the devil got horns. We said we used the symbolism of a man with wings. They turned that shit to the devil. Wings and horns. You get it? You starting to hear it now? Yeah, I know you can feel it in your DNA what I'm talking about. Right? You feel it in your DNA. It's there. It's resonating. Everything you done was, they said Baal was evil. Didn't they tell you Baal is evil? All that Moloch shit. Moloch is just Taurus. They took it and turned it into blood sacrifice. On top of your people's shit. To disrespect and pull energy from your ancient teachers and spots. So, them people know that the mound builders are the first culture to do all this astonishing thing. They know it. The mound builders so old, the bones would just, when the oxygen hit the bone, they just disintegrate. You can go dig up an Egyptian pharaoh right now, he still look good. The bones over here so old, when the wind hit them, they just turn into dust. Motherfucker been there 15,000 years. The pharaoh been there 3,000-4,000 years, 5,000, 6 maybe. But we got bones with mastodon bones. We got bones buried with us of woolly mammoths, mastodons. We were running around when mastodons ran around, 10,000 years of better. The next step, you say, Stephen Marshall. To be honest with you, bro, right now I'm just working on the land where I can get help my people get their own land and build houses. We build our own structures on there. But our people, millions of our people have to get enlightened, bro. Without a big impact on our people, we have to be so deep and so enlightened to make this work. Because separated, we gonna fail. I'm telling you now. To be honest with you, bro, I think about that all the time. What I'm doing right now is I'm planting seeds, bro. This sowing season for me. I can't go from sowing season to the harvest without the work that what the ancestors taught, right? Just because a couple of us know what we're talking about, don't mean the masses do. Once the masses get to work, then we become another powerhouse. But without the small amount that I touch, I might touch more over time. I might be the start of the big movement, which is enough for me. I ain't saying it's enough for me, but I'm saying that's what I can ask for. That's the best I can ask for. Or start going in the right direction. It's gonna take a lot of us enlightened to move the people off our land, bro. We got to show up and show out for real. We can't be half stepping and playing 1,000 people, 3,000 people. Nah. We got to pull up like the Million Man March. All screaming the same thing. This our land. Y'all living on it. Either you gonna straighten this up or all y'all ass got to go now. Right now. And I got a whole M with me. I got M's with me, M&M's. Yeah, Eminem's gonna move something. 5,000 people, 10. Nah. Ain't enough. We got to have people all over this country already put together, already on the same mission. All the major cities, we got to be deep in. We got to pop out at the same time in all major cities for this to work, bro. M's. We got to pop out in Atlanta deep, Mississippi deep, Alabama, Florida, South Carolina, Texas. Pop out in D.C., pop out in L.A., pop out in Vegas, Utah, Chicago, Milwaukee, Indianapolis, Buffalo, New York City, Nashville, Memphis. We got to pop out, bro. We just can't pop out playing and the army come through there and run our ass to the house. Nah. You got to pop out. Like a well-oiled machine. You can't be playing. See, I see this other dude that be on TikTok. He always be talking about, we got to go do something. Yeah, we do. We do, bro. You right. But ain't no plan, bro. Ain't no meetings. Ain't no committees. Ain't no way we can touch people all over this country at the same time to make something really happen. You just don't pop out with no plan. It ain't nothing wise about that. Just running into battle is not wise, bro. It sounds good on the internet. But you got to have a plan. That's how I know you're not wise. I feel the same way you feel, but I know better. Because I learned from history, right? Whoever just runs into the fire with no plan, getting his ass burnt up. And I don't want to see my people go out like that. Just running in the fire, my people perishing is not my goal. Right? See, that's a ignorant man's goal. For me to see my people perish in my eyes on the sight is the worst thing I can see. Especially if I'm trying to lead, nah. Now, to be honest with you, It's going to happen. And I'm cool with that. And it could be me on the front line and happen too. But what I'm saying is, you got to lead by example. You got to have a plan. Can't just let people perish for nothing, bro. It's going to happen. But I can't do it and don't nothing change. Right? I would feel like I failed my people. My people perished and ain't nothing changed. That make me a bad leader. Right? So that's why I look at things different. I need the gang with me. Because if it go down like that, we got... Let me tell you something I read one time, and I never forgot it. If 1 million eyes see a wrongdoing, it will never be forgotten. But if a couple of people see a wrongdoing, it could be forgotten. Right? If I go to the front line and I perish for my people, 1 million eyes gonna see that. It wasn't perishing for no reason. These people saw it, they felt it, they were there. They will keep the wheels rolling because they saw the people on the front line. Right? But if I don't have the backing and it happened to me and ain't nobody there like that, I will perish and won't nobody even remember it. Right? So I'd rather have 1 million eyes looking at what's going on who can take this story and keep this thing moving, and I can take it like that. Because now I got witnesses, right? To what we were trying to do. They're gonna keep pushing this thing ahead and ahead and ahead. Matter of fact, it might get pushed to the head right then and there if you see that happen. It might be the last day for this bullshit after you see something like that happen. But our people in numbers and organized, ain't nothing nobody can do on this earth. Nothing, nobody. No armies, none of that stuff can't stop it. Can nobody stop it? Who gonna stop it? Nobody. You have to blow the whole earth up to stop it. And they ain't gonna do that. So all I can do right now is try to keep enlightening my people. Hopefully we are sharing the knowledge with each other, our families, shooting the videos, sending them out, texting them out. Just spread the information right now. And once it get to that point to where we know we can't take it no more, it's gonna show. It's coming soon, but I don't think it's just right at this moment. It took them people hundreds of years to put us in this predicament. It's gonna take us some time to get out of it. I love y'all. I'm in love with you, man. I'm gonna go live again 9 in the morning. Y'all be safe. Like I say, I'm just trying to open the eyes of people who never looked at this stuff a certain way. And once you plant the seed, it will grow. That's what the ancestors taught. You plant the seed in the heart and the mind, it will grow. Just like you planted in the planet. Appreciate y'all for buying the hoodies, man. Taking some more orders tomorrow at 9. If you want to buy a hoodie, hit me in my DM. And we'll get that shipped to you ASAP, man. Appreciate all the support. I love y'all. I'm in love with you. Galil at the gun. Roll the corn. We know the truth now. See y'all in the morning at 9, man. Whole new lecture.